Did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree. And the drama's not over. Not by a long shot. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it. Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there? Oh, but you will. Meet me in your camp. I'll lay everything out. The Duke's life is not all that's at stake.
I don't relish the idea of your devil visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a, deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep.
I had no wish to lose you, Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit.
A devil will come for her due. Mizora is no different. Whatever it is she comes to offer, whatever choice you make, someone will suffer. Count on it.
Mizora, one step ahead of you as always. What chaos will we deal with in her wake, I wonder?
What fun I would have if I could play with Will, as Mizora does.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice, adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
You do not call upon the sisters. They come when the hells demand witness. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me, and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice. Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain. So much for the selfless hero. Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Heading out.
You gave up your father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made, after all, especially if his fall means your rise.
Splendid.
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake. But still, I am sorry, Will. It is a hard thing to lose someone and wonder if you might have saved them. No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to.
The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can.
Patricide is often the first step toward greatness. But I hope Will does not regret sacrificing his infernal powers.
Time and again, your plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pact, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Ooh, you have found your bark. I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. I promise you the same measure of respect you've shown your father. Oh, I almost forgot. You sold his life for your freedom. My mistake. Just because you're not my pet doesn't mean you're not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise, and you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. The 9 Hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. As well you know, Will. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying you with every scrap of your infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm quite stubborn, you see. Take a swing or a stab if you want, but I'll just slip away for a breather. One of the perks of being a half-devil, of course.